So today we're going to be going over 10 reasons why you need the new Montblanc Explorer Ultra Blue. So if you missed out on my first impressions video that I did on this one, you can find that here on my channel if you just do a quick search for it. And in that video, I smelled it live on camera for the first time, gave you my initial thoughts and how it compared to the original and everything else that's out there on the market. So I haven't done a full review of this one yet, so if you're kind of wondering where that is, if you missed it, it's not out yet. I haven't even shot it yet, but I wanted to go ahead and do a 10 reasons why on this scent for a couple of reasons, one of which being because it just became available at Macy's. So if you do want to grab it for yourself, it's now available here in the United States to purchase online, so that is cool. And I wanted to make you guys aware of that, so I will link it down below. It takes you right there to Macy's. You can buy it online, although at full retail. The second reason why is because I wanted to do a little bit of a warm-up to my full review. I want to do a bit more testing, but I wanted to share some of the pros and the perks that I've discovered with this fragrance as I have been wearing it here in the warmer weather. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First reason why you need Ultra Blue is this is a new release just in time for summer. So while this did take a long time to come out and be available, you know, it was launched a while back and on Fragrantica and all that sort of stuff, but it was really a while before we were able to get our hands on it. It was timed pretty good because we are approaching summer pretty quickly. So if you want to retire your old trusty bottle of Aqua de Jo, something that has been out for 20 years now, and get into something that's just going to be fresh and new on the market, Ultra Blue came out just in time. And of course, that's not to say that this is some ultra new, exciting DNA that you've never smelled before, but the scent itself is something that is new. It just came out, so you know when you're walking down the street, you're probably going to be the only guy wearing Ultra Blue. That's a plus for some people, myself included. It is pretty cool. Second reason why you need Ultra Blue in your collection is it has a fresh, fruity vibrance for a nice hot summer day or a warm spring day as well. We've been getting up into like the 80s here recently. I think we have highs of 86 coming up, which is just crazy. And well, we are at the end of May, so it does make sense, but it seems like it came quicker than I was initially expecting. So we're definitely getting some very warm weather here, and I've been able to test this one in that warm weather. And just like I expected, when you do get some heat on this one, it opens up and it smells a lot better than if you're wearing it just in regular temperature controlled environments. Scents like this do need some heat, in my opinion, to perform and smell the best at their fullest potential, and that's what I've discovered here recently. So it does have that nice vibrance for a warm summer day. Third reason why you need Explorer Ultra Blue is it is very mass pleasing. This is no surprise either. You would expect it coming from a designer brand and also being a flanker of the original Explorer, which of course is a great compliment getter. This type of DNA and this type of fragrance is just going to work so well. I mean, it's so hard to dislike, and after all, women do like a guy who smells clean, fresh, and well put together, and this one achieves just that. So when you show up to work or school wearing Ultra Blue, you basically know for sure that people aren't going to hate it. Maybe they're not going to fall in love with it like some other stuff out there. Everyone has different preferences, but you at least know that no one's going to be repulsed by it, and that's always nice. Fourth reason why you need Ultra Blue is it has very high versatility. So this is the type of thing that doesn't require really any thought process at all. Doesn't require any planning. This is one where you add it to your collection and it's basically there waiting to serve you. You know, one way I've described it is there's some fragrances out there that almost you have to serve it rather than it serving you. You know, there's fragrances that can be a bit harder to pull off, that take a bit more planning and coordinating, and those types of fragrances are a bit more high maintenance, and a lot of that comes on the niche side of things. And at the end of the day, a fragrance should be here to serve you, and Explorer Ultra Blue is the type of thing that's going to be sitting there waiting, whether you're going to work, to school, to a party, to a date, whatever. It's just going to work. It takes no thought process whatsoever. It's just super easy, and that is a huge selling point and a really, really big reason as to why this one here will be a nice addition to your collection if you're into this sort of thing. Fifth reason why you need this one, and this is going to be talking to the future viewer. So not for us right now, but if you're looking at this video about, I don't know, 3-4 months in the future, at discounters, it's going to be affordable. So keyword at discounters. At retail, you know, I wouldn't call it necessarily cheap by any means, and everyone's definition of affordable is different, but it's definitely not a cheapie at retail. You know, that's something I think we can all agree on here. But once this does hit discounters, it's going to be coming in about $40 to $50, just like the original Explorer. that's a pretty good deal. You can get testers, and I believe the testers do come with caps. You can get smaller bottles. It'll be a lot easier to get into a bottle of this at a really nice price once it hits discounters, and that will be a major selling point once it is there. Something that's going to be on the more affordable side for you to pick up and to gain all of these other benefits that we're talking about in this video. That's another big one. Affordability is key with a lot of guys out there, and myself included. Of course, I like fragrances that are affordable, and this one will be in due time. Sixth reason why you need Ultra Blue is this guy is fresh and clean and just impossible to go wrong with. This kind of ties back to some others, but it deserves to be on its own point as well to really kind of establish the fact that this type of thing is just so wearable. And while we do have a lot of very wearable scents out there, just stuff that works for a multitude of different occasions, this one here is another addition to that army. And while you may not like some certain other fragrances that have the same versatility, you may find that there's a certain accord or note blend or combination here in this one that you do like, and that does win you over, or you'll find that you just like this more than some others and you reach for it more, and then there you go. You have something that's at your service to wear for anything. That's pretty much invaluable. Now, the seventh reason why you need Ultra Blue in your collection is that there is no similarity to the original Explorer with Ultra Blue. And that's not to say that the original Explorer or Aventus is bad. Neither of those fragrances are bad. They're both great. But what that does mean is that there's no redundancy between the two, and that is key. You don't want to buy something that's going to smell 90% the same and they're just tweaking something in here to get you to buy a flanker. This smells completely different to the original, so you don't have to worry about it being redundant. Eighth reason why you need Ultra Blue in your collection is that for a freshie, this one has a good amount of depth. Now, it's not crazy super strong. It doesn't have a super complex smell to it in terms of the scent profile, but there is a bit more going on in the base than maybe you would expect. There is a little bit of leather. There is a little bit of patchouli, and while they're not super strong, and you know the fruity notes and the ambroxan and just the fresher notes are going to be taking over, those notes there in the base do make themselves known as you get to the dry down, and it's a nice little twist. But it is still very much a summertime appropriate scent. It is still very much a fresh leaning fragrance. Ninth reason why you need Ultra Blue in your collection is it has very smooth quality. So this is pretty similar to the original Explorer. It wasn't so much of a quality issue for me when it comes to the original Explorer that I was a fan of, because if you guys followed my channel for a while, and some people did bring this up, initially I wasn't the biggest fan of the original Explorer, and this goes down to the fact that the dry down was a bit watery for me. It was a bit kind of flat for me, a bit two-dimensional smelling. That's not me ragging on really necessarily the scent or even the quality too much, because it wasn't like synthetic or unnatural. There just wasn't a whole lot of depth for me, but I kept reaching for it, and you know, over time I've assessed it more, and I can't deny that the original Explorer for the price is really, really good and hard to beat if you want something that's versatile, a good compliment getter, all of that stuff. That was my main and pretty much my only issue with the original Explorer. And here with Ultra Blue, the quality is smooth, the quality is nice, and there's a bit more richness to this one than I was initially expecting, which was a nice surprise. Especially when you take into consideration the price that this one will be going for once it does hit discounters. And at that price, quality here is really good and may even be above average to some other stuff out there that will be in this price range eventually once it hits discounters. And 10th reason why you need Ultra Blue in your collection is it's great for all ages. This type of thing, I'm telling you guys, just works. Some may say, due to the more modern smell that it bears, that it may be better for younger guys out there. And sure, I would say that this one probably is made for the younger guy in mind. But with that being said, it doesn't matter. Like at all. It does not matter what the marketing team or the creative directors behind this one had in mind. What matters is if you like it. And if you're someone who is in your 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, and you like the smell, it will smell fantastic on you. No problems, no questions asked. This type of thing isn't going to be something where if you're a 50-year-old guy and you're wearing it, someone's not going to smell it and think that, oh, you know, that smells like a teenager fragrance. Not even close. Something like First Instinct, which I pick on all the time, great fragrance. I love First Instinct. That one is very playful to me and does have a teenager smell. If you're wearing that when you're older, it may be a little bit, different in the fact that some people may say that it does smell younger. But with something like Ultra Blue, not at all. Doesn't matter how old you are, this one can be pulled off by anyone, and that is invaluable. So guys, that's going to do it for me. That's 10 reasons why you need Ultra Blue by Montblanc Explorer in your collection. Let me know if you guys have tried this one yet and what you think of it. If you haven't tried it, are you, excited to? Do you want to? Are you going to? Or are you already hating this one like everyone else on Fragrantica? Let me know down below. And also, it did just become available at Macy's, so I will link it down below as well if you want to grab one for yourself at that full retail price, but it is something you can grab now. I will link it down below. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.